Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to TJK Network. A little bit of a later start than what we expected, as Kittatinny, the opponent in today's game, has arrived a little late due to their bus arriving late and, of course, a couple other traffic issues and other stuff. But they're here, and we can get into our matchup here. So welcome, everybody, to Memorial Field here at Pequannock Township High School for girls lacrosse, where the Pequannock Golden Panthers will be taking on the visiting Kittatinny Cougars in today's matchup. My name is Todd Kasazak, reporting this game to you live on TJK Network. Let's get into the stats. Pequannock will be entering this game with an overall record of 8-2, undefeated 3-0 in the division, the Independence Blue. And they're coming off a 17-8 win on the road on May 1st at Mars Hills. And for Kittatinny, they'll be entering this game with an overall record of 5-8, 1-2 in the Independence Blue division. So this is an important divisional game for Pequannock to advance to a 4-0 record. So Pequannock will look to, fight for that first place spot in the division with, I believe it's the West Orange team. Yep, West Orange. Had to double check that. Anyways, let's get into the stats for your starting goalie in this game. Starting in the net for Pequannock will be Jake Mary Roby, number 19. She'll be entering this game with an 8-2 record as she started in all 10 games with a .385 save percentage with a save average of 5.7 saves per game and a goals against average of 9.1 per game. And she's coming in with no shutouts. Again, it is pretty hard to get a shutout in lacrosse, but it's happened occasionally. Anyways, let's get into the gist of things. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe is completely free, helps us out a ton, and also turn on post notifications while you're at it, as you can get notified when we put up our next broadcast or our next video upload on our YouTube channel. And also, be sure to if you are looking for a specific game, you can go in the broadcast individually as we put them up on a weekly basis now. Be sure to go in and click the notification button when we're live for whatever sport you are looking for. For our official sponsors, this game is brought to you by bulbhead.com and topwaterbrowsers.com. So once again, Pequannock looking to tackle on to their pretty awesome record they have right now, 8-2. Last year, the team finished with an overall record of 10-9. They're already 2 wins away from getting to their win count of what they had last year. They had a remarkable season last year despite going 10-9. It was a remarkable turnaround from them going 7-12 and then 0-13 the 2 years before that. So this program is on a great uphill rise, you could say. Be sure to follow our socials. We are available on Instagram and TikTok. Both are at TJK Network. And be sure to check out our shop, link in the description below, tjk152.com/shop. That's the link. And as we are talking about that, there it is, tjk152.com/shop, followed by our TJK Network website, tjk152.com/network, to see any more information regarding our sports network. Anyways, game will be starting momentarily for the first quarter. A little bit of a later start than expected, as we're starting around the 5:15 mark, as both teams get their lineups ready. It is a cloudy day here at Pequannock High School. It is cool outside. It is 66 degrees, and the wind also makes it feel chillier. But it is nice, though. Nice cooler day than the other days, which it's been pretty hot out, you could say. It ain't fun being in this press box when it is hot outside, so it's nice that it's cooler out. But we got to be aware, though, as there is severe thunderstorms on its way, as we're getting a severe thunderstorm watch alert on the weather app. So hopefully we can get this game over with, as thunderstorms are expected later on, but the delay does definitely not help. JV will be on TJK Network 3, our other station, following this game, if it does happen, depending on the weather. It most likely will be in play, and worst case scenarios, they cancel it mid-game. And then on TJK Network 2, if you want to watch that right now, as it's actively going on, Boys Lacrosse is playing in the Morris County Tournament at Del Barton on the road. Pequannock was the 16 seed, and Del Barton is the number 1 seed. Currently, Pequannock is trailing 10-1. Again, Del Barton is a high-powered, tough opponent, and they are a private school where they have a lot of quality and super talented athletes in their programs. Of course, 2 days ago, or I should say, 3 days ago, I think it was on Saturday, we were at Del Barton on their baseball field, broadcasting the baseball team, who was the 8th seed, playing the 1 seed Del Barton. Pequannock actually almost beat them, but of course Del Barton ended up heating up later in the game. Pequannock did have a 4-0 lead, so it definitely does hurt that they did lose that game, as they did have a good shot at it. So Kittatinny will be entering this game off a win, as they have defeated Villa Walsh Academy on May 5th, 17-8 score as well. And of course, Pequannock with their 17-8 victory against Morris Hills on May 1st. So we will see how this game goes. The opening draw will begin momentarily here on TJK Network. We thank you guys for watching our game in this broadcast. And here we are as the girls take the field, as we get underway between both these teams here. Starting goal for Kittatinny will be number 1, Sophia Bellardo. So that is the goalie for Kittatinny. So here we are with the opening draw underway, as Pequannock will bring this one in. Summer Cerisi with it. This one's brought behind the net to Ruby Smith. Now to Sophia Teresi. Sophia Teresi looking to get in front. And a shot goes off of Sophia Bellardo. Rebound is loose. It's covered up and picked up by Bellardo. Pequannock already getting a shot on goal, starting off with pressure, but now Kittatinny has it back and will look to get themselves going in this game. Kittatinny still has it. There's a big bunch in the middle as both teams looking to try to get possession here. Bellardo still has it. And here's the play. And they get it over to Dipple for the Cougars. And now Kittatinny will look to get on offense here. Foul 4 at the side there. And Cam Corbo picks it up for Pequannock. And now over out to Caitlin Zegler. Bringing this one in. Caitlin Zegler still with it here. Caitlin Zegler loses it in front there. And it's recovered by Dipple. Now Kittatinny looking to get back here on offense, but a turnover at center to Cam Corbo will stop any chance right there. So Pequannock back on the attack here. Sophia Teresi over to Ruby Smith behind the net. Now Summer Teresi, the side there, now over to Caitlin Zegler. Dominique Dago's now with it. Over to Cam Corbo. Cam Corbo getting in She is tied up at the side there, looking for another spot. Cam Corvo with a shot, and that one is saved by Sofia Bellardo. Sofia Bellardo off to a hot start here, facing her first 2 shots in the game, and getting 2 saves for the Cougars. Now Kittatinny bringing this one back in here. As Kittatinny looks to get set up on the attack here. They had 2 tries, but of course, there was a turnover involved and a great defensive play that Cam Corvo recovered. 8:53 to go in the first quarter. As number 18, Kayla Makowski, had it there as she passed it along, and now a shot from the side, and Jagmer Roby with the save. I believe that was Molly Strong with the shot there. As this one was played away, it was nearly turned over. Sarah Robinson trying to fight for it back there. And whose ball will it be? It will be Pequannock still. Sarah Robinson will play this one over to Emily Ziegler. And now Sophia Teresi bringing this one in for the Panthers. Behind the net is Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith with it, trying to get in front. Ruby Smith will backtrack and pass this one along to Caitlin Ziegler. Now Sarah Robinson with it for Pequannock. Over to Emily Ziegler. Emily Ziegler trying to get in. Blocked by the traffic there. Now over to Jocelyn Maselli. Now over to Sophia Teresi from Maselli. Teresi in front with a chance. They score! Sarah Robinson and the Panthers strike first and lead 1-0. Sarah Robinson lights up the lamp for the Golden Panthers as they take a 1-0 lead. Great pass over from Maselli. They're at the side. .743 to go in the first. Now a draw one by the Golden Panthers here. Bringing this one in is Cam Corvo. Cam Corvo hands this one over to Caitlin Ziegler. Caitlin Ziegler over to Sophia Teresi. And now Ruby Smith. And a shot in front there. Saved. The rebound loose. Pequannock will pass this one back and try to bring this one in here. Chance in front, and that one goes wide. That was Emily Ziegler there with the shot. Pequannock will still have possession here as they get things set up again. Jocelyn Maselli gives this one over to Cam Corvo. Cam Corvo trying to steer in here, trying to get through with a shot, and she's tied up. So Cam Corvo will have it here, and she'll get to take a shot here. Or pass it over and try to create a setup opportunity here for the Golden Panthers. So Cam Corvo with it, takes a shot. And that one is kept out of the net by Sophia Bellardo. And now Kittatinny bringing this one back in here. As Kittatinny looks to get set up here on the attack. .555 to go. Currently with it, Megan Villiver. Excuse me, Megan Williver, who just handed that one off there. And the ball's lost there, it's knocked up high. Pequannock trying to get a steal here. And this one's taken back by the Golden Panthers. That was Sarah Robinson again with the steal. And now, Emily Ziegler on a rush here. Emily Ziegler tried to get over to Summer Cerisi, but that one took a weird bounce off the ground there. But Pequannock recovers. They have it again. Sophia Teresi over to Ruby Smith. Now Summer Teresi. Over to Dominique Dagos, who has it now. Sarah Robinson back with it. Sophia Teresi back with it once again. And she'll cycle this one behind the net. Trying to get in front with a shot. That one goes wide through a bunch of traffic there. Sarah Robinson recovers and keeps it for the Golden Panthers. Passed over to Summer Cerisi. Now Ruby Smith back with it. Smith trying to get in front with a shot. Another save by Sophia Bellardo. Kittatinny back with it, but they lost it there for a second, but it is recovered. And this one's taken out the center here. And Pequannock gets it back. It's Grace Vischer rushing in. Grace Vischer coming in with speed. Vischer. And that one is knocked out of her stick. So Pequannock will set up here. It's going to be Grace Vischer who has it. Grace Vischer passes this one along over to Kaylin Zegler. Another save by Bellardo. Bellardo has been red hot this game. Only allowing one goal, but she's made quality saves here. As Pequannock recovers it again here on another Kittatinny turnover. But Kittatinny trying to fight for it back here. They're able to hold on to it still. Behind the net with Sarah Robinson. Now she gives over to Sophia Teresi. Now a chance for Emily Zegler. Looking for some room. Emily Zegler with a move. And she's guarded away, but she finds her way through with a shot. And she scores! Emily Zegler and the Panthers lead 2-0 in this game with 2:57 to go in the first. So Emily Zegler gets one to double their lead to 2-0 for the Golden Panthers. Loose off the draw here. And the Panthers recover it. More possession for Pequannock here. Kaylin Zegler bringing it in. Over to Cam Corbell. So Cam Corbell will have it for Pequannock. She'll try to take a shot. Well, they'll make a play here. Try to set up. Corbell with it. Corbell taking the shot. And that one doesn't go. The rebound goes right into the stick of Bellardo. This one's played out from Bellardo. Kittatinny looking to get in the game here. They've had not a lot of chances on offense here, but now they got a bit of a break here. But Jake Berry-Rovey gets out of her net and steals that loose ball, preventing a breakaway opportunity for Kittatinny. And now Pequannock will bring this one back in here. Cam Corbell with it from Emily Zegler. Cam Corbell tried to get in front there, but she was blocked away there by the defense. Chance in front. And this one's saved by Bellardo. Goes right over the net Kittatinny's goalie has been under siege. She's only allowed 2 goals, but she's made some magnificent saves. This game could have been at least 4 or 5-0 now if it weren't for Sofia Bilardo's heroics in this game for the other side of this game. Regarding Kittatinny. Loose inside of Pequannock's zone here on their side of the field. And it's recovered by Grace Vischer for Pequannock. Grace Vischer with a pass over to Sarah Robinson. Bringing this one in. Sophia Teresi from a pass. Sophia Teresi with it still. And that one's knocked loose and recovered by number 50, Jordan Valeu. And we're going to have a timeout called with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. So might as well while we're at it, we can provide a little studio update for our boys lacrosse team that is playing on the road at Del Barton, which we will pull up for you guys right now. So there is your studio update for our boys lacrosse. They're playing on the road once again at Del Barton, and they're currently trailing 12-2 in this game, or in that game over there, I should say. It is the third quarter. Looks like it's going to begin. There's actually a commentator for their huddle feed, which is actually pretty cool. Shout out to them, though. Anyways, here we are coming out of the timeout momentarily. Kittatinny still grouped up talking. And here we are heading back into this game now. So 13 seconds to go in the first half, or excuse me, the first quarter of the first half of this game. Pequannock with the 2-0 score as they're leading. Goals were scored by Sarah Robinson to start off for Pequannock, and then followed by Emily Ziegler for Pequannock. So Kittatinny is going to start with the possession here. And it's turned over here to Summer Cerisi. And the horn's going to sound as Kaylin Ziegler brought that one in. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. And the Panthers will enter the second with a 2-0 lead as we go into a quick little break. So here we are entering the second quarter. As Pequannock looks to build on their 2-0 lead in this game. And here we go. So, Pequannock with another win off the draw here as they enter on attack here. Ruby Smith with it behind the net. Ruby Smith looking to get in front. She'll pass this one along over to Caitlin Ziegler. Now over to Emily Ziegler. And now to Sarah Robinson. Sophia Teresi with it now. Sophia Teresi looking to get in front there. Sophia Teresi gets through with a shot and a goal. Sophia Teresi makes it 3-0 for the Golden Panthers.
Check their stick. Go for the stick.
So Teresi with the goal that will make it 3-0 here. And now Pequannock looking to get another one on attack here. Set up over to Emily Ziegler, and she scores! Emily Ziegler makes it 4-0 for Pequannock. So Caitlin Ziegler with another goal here for Pequannock to make it 4-0 as the Panthers look to continue to build on their lead here. Another draw win for the Golden Panthers as Emily Ziegler gives it over to Summer Cerisi. Cerisi over to Ruby Smith. Caitlin Ziegler now with it. Caitlin Ziegler looking for a passing lane here. And she tried to get over to Dominic Dagos. She lost that one, but recovers. Dominic Dagos hands this one over to Cam Corval. Corval over to Caitlin Ziegler, who tries to get through. The ball's knocked loose. Battle for it before it goes out of bounds here. And it will be, I believe, Kittatinny's ball here. And this one's turned over here as Kittatinny trying to get it out. Summer Cerisi with it here. That one's knocked up high as Summer Cerisi tried to make a pass, and it went right into the stick of Sophia Bellardo. So Bellardo with it as she's being pressured by Caitlin Ziegler as she cycles outside of her net. Bellardo with the pass over to Dipple.
Just go, Meg.
And now Kittatinny bringing this one in here. Behind the net. Kittatinny looking to get themselves in this game here. As Pequannock's been off to a hot start offensively, despite Kittatinny's goalie making some big crucial saves to keep the game within reach for them. But Kittatinny needs to get something on offense here if they want to get back in this game, of course. And that pass will go out of bounds there. And this one will be back with Pequannock as Caitlin Ziegler brings it in. And a chance in front there. And that one went wide. Pequannock will still have it though. Ruby Smith with it. Ruby Smith over to Summer Cerisi. Now Caitlin Ziegler. Out over to Emily Ziegler, and now Sarah Robinson. Sophia Teresi with it now. Back to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith looking to get in front here. Ruby Smith with a chance, and that one's sent wide. Ruby Smith with it once again, as Pequannock still holds on possession here. Now over to Sarah Robinson. Sarah Robinson over to Sophia Teresi. Sophia Teresi over to Sarah Robinson. That's stick right there was tied up with 7:05 to go. As that ball was knocked away from Robinson. But she'll get a chance here to set up for Pequannock here, or she'll go for the shot. Sarah Robinson takes the shot. It goes wide. Kittatinny with it now. Sophia Bellardo, the goalie, holding on with it here. Played behind over to Erin Hennian. And this one was knocked away loose there. But Kittatinny recovers it. And it's played back to the goalie, Bellardo. And this one's turned over here as she tried to play it over to her teammate. So Pequannock back on the attack here. Ruby Smith with it. Ruby Smith looking to get in front there. Guarded from the side. She'll pass it along over to Caitlin Ziegler. Caitlin Ziegler over to Sarah Robinson there. Now Sophia Teresi. Now to Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith looking to get in front with a shot. And that one did not go. It was loose in front. Kittatinny recovers it. And we'll look to get this one out here. Played out. And turned over once again to Emily Ziegler. Kittatinny has been just trying to get it out on some passes and some plays, but Pequannock's been getting in the way and taking it back here. Sarah Robinson with it here. Sarah Robinson taking a shot. That one goes right into the stick of Sophia Bellardo. Bellardo gets it out over to Hennian. Kittatinny loses it out center. Another turnover there to Pequannock. And this is going to be another timeout here from that whistle.
Mom, can I go over there? Mom, can I go over there? Go over there. What? I can only go in the mat.
Story. There's always a story. He's the only one that's happy. But yes. Alright,
Here we are coming out of the timeout. Pequannock looking to continue on their attack here as they've been, controlling this game overall. Kittatinny has not been really getting anything on offense, mainly because of the turnovers they've been having. They have not been able to get any chances. Of course, Kittatinny just looking to get something going, of course. But they're going to have to defend Pequannock here if they want any chance. Emily Ziegler with it here. Emily Ziegler cruising in with a shot. Save made by Sophia Bellardo, who has been non-stop with a bunch of saves in this game. Kittatinny looking to bring this one out here, and it's turnover once again. Summer Cerisi bringing this one in. That one's knocked out of her stick, but she recovers it. Now over to Dominic Dagos. Behind the net, Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith trying to get in front there. Ruby Smith over to Emily Ziegler. Emily Ziegler getting in front there. The shot. Save made by Bellardo. Caitlin Ziegler still has it for the Panthers. And that one's knocked out of her stick. And that'll give Pequannock a chance to set up here. Emily Ziegler over to Caitlin Ziegler. Caitlin Ziegler trying to get through here. Backtracking a bit, takes a shot, and that one is knocked up by the stick of Bellardo.
Good job, Soph! Good D, Aaron!
So Pequannock's still with it here. Emily Ziegler with it. Chance in front, and they score! And the Panthers take a 5-0 lead. Emily Ziegler strikes again. Beautiful in front of the crease opportunity there. And the Panthers lead 5-0 with 2:11 to go in this first half of the game. The second quarter specifically.
Come on, Bella.
Ball loose off the draw. Dominic Dagos picks it up for Pequannock. Dominic Daigo's bringing this one in here.
Stay with her.
2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Summer Cerisi with it. Summer Cerisi over to Kaylin Ziegler. Now with it is Sophia Teresi. Sophia Teresi getting in front with a shot. Now it just goes over the net. Quank back with it again. Ruby Smith. Ruby Smith looking to get in front there. She's blocked away. Gives it over to Emily Ziegler. Emily Ziegler getting through. And trying to find another way. And the whistle will sound. Emily Ziegler will have it here. There's Pequannock will set up here. Emily Ziegler with it with the move. And she's not able to get a shot off there. The goalie was beaten, but another try by Corbo, and this one's wide. Panthers will still have it here. Ruby Smith bringing this one back in here from behind the net. 37 seconds to go in our first half of the game here. A shot by Ruby Smith off the post. Had a chance there to bury that one and make it 6-0, but that one went off the post here. Now Kittatinny will get it here.
Keep it in the stick.
Run it.
Go. Go, Hannah.
So Kittatinny
Go, Hannah.
now on the attack as they bring this one in here.
Go there.
Kittatinny with a shot and a goal. Right on the buzzer. And it's 5-1. Pequannock still with a 4-goal lead, but right when we're about to enter halftime, they get one right before the buzzer. So Kittatinny does get one back here. A much needed goal for their side of their game. And that's going to do it for our first half of the game here, as we will enter our little intermission break here on TJK Network. Once again, Pequannock with a 5-1 lead. We will see you momentarily. This is Todd Kaczmarek reporting this game to you live here on TJK Network. Kittatinny Cougars versus your Pequannock Golden Panthers Girls Lacrosse. We'll see you shortly. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back here real quickly as the lightning detector has gone off here at PTHS Memorial Field. So we're going to have to go on a delay. The worst case scenario did happen. Lightning has been spotted by the detector. So now this game is going to be put on a delay here, which is, of course, not optimal. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we enter our little lightning detector issue we had here on the field, I'm going to have to leave the press box momentarily as we have to evacuate. So I'm going to leave you guys on intermission. Hopefully we will return within 30 minutes of this game. Today's been a pretty heck of a day, you can say, as the game was delayed due to Kittatinny getting here late with bus issues. And, of course, now we have lightning putting this game into further delay. Anyways, now we were going to have our intermission going into the halftime. We are going to have to delay that second half until the foreseeable future here, which is like within 30 minutes to an hour. Anyways, we will see you shortly. Hopefully shortly. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TJK Network. Well, I shouldn't really say that. Unfortunately, the game has been suspended. This is probably the first time we've ever had that on TJK Network. So I'm not sure what they do in these situations because this is the first for me, but the game is going to be suspended, of course, and will be played at a later date. I'm not sure if they'll just start a new game at a later date against the same opponent or they'll resume it for the second half as the game was suspended at halftime. But your score, your final score for this half is going to be 5-1 with Pequannock in favor, leading by 4 goals. So that's going to do it there. The goals scored by Pequannock was Sarah Robinson with 1, Emily Zegler with 2, Sophia Teresi with 1, and Caitlin Zegler with 1. So, other than that, we apologize for the inconvenience and apologize for the long wait. But that's going to do it here on TJK Network, here at PTHS Memorial Field. There was a pretty bad thunderstorm. As you can see, there was a lot of rain. But other than that, that's going to do it. We hope you guys have enjoyed the first half of this game on our broadcast. This is Todd Katzek reporting this game to you live here on TJK Network at PTHS Memorial Field for Pequannock versus Kittatinny Girls Lacrosse. We will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.